Good evening, Namaskar. I, Kriti Vadhera, would like to welcome all the teachers, learners, educators, students to CIT NCRT's live phone program. And you are watching us live on PME Vidya's channel number 1 to 12. This session will be webinar where we discuss about various ICT tools which are indeed helping us in this time of digitalization of this education system. And today we will not just be discussing about the ICT tools. This webinar will help all of us in a way because we will be discussing about WhatsApp safety and security, and WhatsApp, a messenger who is in our hands, not just the students but all the viewers who are watching us live today. And the expert who has joined us today for this particular session, I would like to introduce Ms. Kripali Ratan Sangvi. She is National ICT Awardee. She's from Udgam School for Children, Ahmedabad, Gujarat. And she has trained more than 10,000 educators, not just in India, but globally she has trained. So we would like to welcome, and it's really an honor for us to welcome Mrs. Sangvi, and she will be discussing about WhatsApp security and safety today. We welcome you, Mrs. Sangvi, to PME Vidya.
Thank you so much CIT for giving me this opportunity for talking about WhatsApp safety and security. Since long I was wanting to do this work and reach out to all over the world, talking about the WhatsApp safety and security. Because being an educator, I know how we are leveraging WhatsApp at this point of time in the COVID scenario. Most of the teachers education system in most of the schools, we have seen that synchronous learning and asynchronous learning, WhatsApp has played a very important role into the education system. So
Right.
talking about WhatsApp safety and
Right.
security today
And
will
Mrs. Sangvi, before we start with today's webinar, I would like to remind our viewers here that if they have any questions, as I guess all of us must be having some sort of curiosity about asking questions to you in terms of security and safety of WhatsApp. So our viewers can ask their questions by dialing on our toll-free numbers. Numbers would be 1800 111 and the other number would be 1800 112 199. And to watch the live streaming of this program, kindly log into our official YouTube channel NCRT Official, and there also in the live chat box you can send all your questions and suggestions. Certainly we will be taking up all of them in the last segment of this webinar. And there is one more medium through which you can connect to us. You can mail your suggestions and questions on training@cit.nic.in. So let's begin with today's webinar where we will be learning about security and safety of WhatsApp. Yes, Mrs. Sangvi, you may proceed
yeah
now.
Yeah, thank you so much. And yes, is WhatsApp safe? I think since the past 2-3 months, everybody has got into the way to find out on Google whether WhatsApp is safe, whether it is secure. Can we use it? Is it safe for family? Is it safe for transmission? But let me tell you that whatever apps you're using in your smartphone, we need to be sure whether whatever apps we're using, we are giving a lot of permissions to the app. So when you are given permission to any app to access your location, to access the camera, to access the data from your phone, I think it's not safe and secure. So WhatsApp is similarly doing the same, but I would like to talk about today on WhatsApp safety and security in terms of how we can use it within the classroom as an asynchronous and synchronous mode of learning, talking with our students, but as well as maintaining the standard of education community. So let us talk about whether WhatsApp is safe, and if yes, what are the security tips we should know. So talking about the security tips, I would like to say that yes, WhatsApp uses end-to-end encryption to protect all your communication on its platform. Further, during the conversation, I'll be talking about what is end-to-end encryption, how should we be safe with our end-to-end encryption data transfer on WhatsApp medium, as well as this encryption keys not only make it possible to decrypt messages, but also prevent third parties, even WhatsApp, I will repeat here, even WhatsApp from accessing your messages or calls. WhatsApp group rules, yes, whenever you are being added to some groups or you are a part of any group, you create a group. There should be a set of rules we all must follow is always keep to the purpose of the group. Do not share irrelevant messages about other topics. Now, here when I say do not share irrelevant messages about other topics, I must include here a quote that do not share your personal information to an unknown group. The group may be a social communication group. It could be an online shopping group, anything. But please do not get into a personal level during the conversations you are taking forward in WhatsApp. Do not spam the group. Do not be offended if others leave the group or others join the group. It's personal choice of anybody joining and leaving the group. So these are something, the characteristics I'm talking about, what we should do on WhatsApp, but this is not the agenda of today. We'll be talking more about how we can make our WhatsApp communication safe and secure. So let us see what we can do for making our WhatsApp safe and secure, and let us not be worried about what we are doing on WhatsApp. So today's focus areas, what we are going to talk about is security tips for a safe WhatsApp transaction. We are going to know about knowledge about secure mode of data sharing, and yes, of course, the safe conversations on WhatsApp. So I'll be giving some security tips before we move on the demonstration part about the knowledge about the secure mode of data sharing. Let us first talk about the security tips. So there we go with some of the security tips here and the safety tips there. Avoid using WhatsApp in unknown Wi-Fi. Yeah, we all do the same. Any time we see a Wi-Fi that's free or open, we connect our phone with that Wi-Fi and we utilize those Wi-Fi on a public place as well as somewhere in our home. Also, we take neighbors' Wi-Fi and we try to join our WhatsApp on this. But I think that's not a safe practice. When you're using somebody else's Wi-Fi, your data passes from your node to the mediator node, and then it passes from client to server. So that's not a safe mode. Do not do that. Never back up your WhatsApp chat and photos in cloud. Here I talk about the authentication factor. You are sharing something from your phone, an important document like an Aadhaar card, or maybe it be your passport, or maybe a PAN card, and you've encrypted it. Now that encrypted data goes from your phone to your family member's phone. You are feeling, ma'am, you told that it's very secure. I've done it from one phone to another phone. We both were on an encrypted mode. It's absolutely fine. Your data is safe. But when you are taking a backup of your WhatsApp chat, or maybe you're taking a WhatsApp photos on cloud is not encrypted. So make sure if your cloud data is not encrypted, you cannot trust on whatever files are getting uploaded from your phone, from your WhatsApp onto a cloud. So make sure that when you back up your WhatsApp chat and photos in cloud, you should have a cloud that is encrypted, that should be password protected folder. Otherwise, again, there is no security of your data which you were preserving with the help of third party authentication factors. Now, the next one is don't accept unknown promotional content in WhatsApp. There are a lot of promotional content coming on WhatsApp nowadays. There's people are doing online business with WhatsApp. They are adding you to groups where a lot of, commodities are being displayed with their features and everything. Nowadays, we have a class group with our students. So there are a lot of class groups made in the education system to converse with the students, but the messages which passes into the classroom groups, sorry, it should be very crisp. It should not be too much of a promotional content, because we are basically here as an educator, as a school leader, to promote education via this medium. So this medium, what we are using to promote education, should only be based on tutorial sharing, or maybe a file sharing, doc sharing, worksheet or assignment sharing, but it should not be a promotional content to your own personal product or business. Deactivate your WhatsApp when phone get lost. Very important. When somebody feels that today I've lost my phone, I forgot it at somebody else's place, immediately deactivate your WhatsApp. It could be done without the phone. You can deactivate the WhatsApp from the web WhatsApp version, from going to your Gmail account settings where you have linked your WhatsApp with, and you could deactivate your WhatsApp from there. Avoid sharing financial and important data in WhatsApp. When I say financial data, do not talk about the financial statistics or the bank statements or maybe an official data, communication data. Please do not use WhatsApp to share such type of confidential information. Yes, you can do it with the help of encryption factors, but again, I mention here that if you are taking a backup regularly on a cloud, your data is not safe. Always use official WhatsApp. There are many more coming and people are inventing more and more versions of WhatsApp. Do not go for any other WhatsApp version. Just go to an official Play Store site where you can download WhatsApp from WhatsApp community. Do not go for any other mode के WhatsApp का कुछ advanced version and I can download it and I can reuse it. I have lot many features added to it. Please don't do it. That again adds a lot of programming, backend programming into it, which may hack your data from there. Block your profile picture for unknown content. Very important. If it is even known content, I'm going to show you a demo today that even though you every day in our friend list, in our contact list, sorry, we have Doodhwala's number, we have milkman's number, we have a lot of number who are associated with helping us in our day-to-day routine. So those numbers which are saved automatically gets into the contact list. So I'm not talking about totally unknown contact here. You can block your profile picture for them also. So today in the live demo, we are going to see how we can block our profile picture visibility to everyone not in contact or only for the contacts, and make sure you do not add unknown people in your contact. Log out from WhatsApp in web version after done. This is also we are going to see today. If your WhatsApp is working on a web version parallelly, it may happen that you may be out of the system. You may have gone somewhere from your workplace and you are out of the system. Somebody else may log in into your WhatsApp and may send message and delete it for everyone. So be safe on that call also and watch your words in a WhatsApp call. We have a habit, WhatsApp call is free. Let's call and talk for hours and hours. And when we are talking on that WhatsApp call, we don't realize what we are talking. Our communication, our audio communication, voice communication, which is going from your device to the other device, again, it passes through a medium like WhatsApp. So watch your words in a WhatsApp call. Do not be too much of share. Do not private or confidential information should not be shared on a WhatsApp call. Keep security notification on. Very much important. As I mentioned, do not share documents to unknown contacts. Encrypt the document before sharing. That's very much important. Encrypting means setting up a password, and you have to give a link to a file, not the file itself. The link should be encrypted. If somebody clicks on that link, even though the person reaches to that folder, he or she cannot download the file until unless the password is protected. So we should always see forward for encrypting our documents before sharing. There are a lot of WhatsApp scam going on. WhatsApp scam in the sense people are trying to log in from your number onto their WhatsApp, and as soon as they log in, you are logged out from your sessions. So immediately when you come to know that, okay, I'm being logged out from my session, call up someone at home and ask whether you're logged in. If no one from your home has logged into your WhatsApp account, probably search for a WhatsApp scam there. Somebody might have tried to phish your account. So please go for it. Turn off last seen status and location. This we are going to see in the demo, and two-step authentication. Two-step authentication helps us for an encrypted communication between one person and the other person while sharing data. So this was some of the tips we have talked about, and yeah, the WhatsApp safety tips. There's something on my screen where I wanted to show that a message which comes up on your screen. For example, it says, "Congratulations, you have won." It may include misspellings or grammatical mistakes. Now, if you can see on the screen, I think it's not much visible, but I'll read out that it is written congratulations, where the spelling of congratulation is wrong. You have won ki jagah pe wahan pe that it's written is you are won. So when such type of things come in, we should be very careful that it has not come from an official source or it has come from an unknown source. Ask you to tap on a strange link. It is written, congratulations, you are one, share this link with 100 people. And we people are doing this. There are a lot of challenges coming in nowadays. I was watching the lockdown. During lockdown, I was watching the WhatsApp communications and the social media communications where people were posting their photographs with their friends, with their daughter, with their husband, with the family, and going along and sharing the link with others to go for the challenge. But for a moment, have you ever thought, where does all of this data go? When you post 15 images with your daughter on a social media, right from her childhood till the current age, along with all the specification, people can, even we have seen in a lot of places, social media analytics are very strong. Within a second, your social media analytics will come to know where you are, what is your location, how much concerned you are, what are your hobbies, passion, all this, and based on the analytics, you may be attacked on case of cyber safety. So please do not click on any strange link. Whether you're winning anything, please confirm it with the official source. If somebody asks you to share your personal information, never ever give that. Even though it seems to be an ICICI bank or an HDFC bank or a banking communication, please confirm with the banking official sites whether they have sent this communication. We need to be very careful before we forward someone a message about our personal details, before we pay it to them, or we even ask them to click on a link. to activate a new feature. These are very common type of messages which comes in the form of an SMS or a WhatsApp communication. And now one more new thing I would like to talk to the teachers over here who are connected and the students who are connected today. People are offering free webinars at times on a personal level, like when they say that earlier they were charging 1,500, 2,000 the course, and now it seems to be very free. And they give us a WhatsApp link, join here, and we immediately join that WhatsApp group to know more about it. But have you ever thought that when you join a WhatsApp group that is unknown to you, there are n number of participants whom you don't know, but your single message in that group will lead other participants to track you personally also. So please keep that settings also that nobody could add you in the group until unless you are joining that group. So I am going to show that also, that how we can just put up that restriction that if somebody tries to add you, there should be a message reflected there. Invite
Okay,
link is
so
sent.
Mrs. Sangvi, now you will be showing our viewers the live demonstration of whatever you have spoken, is it?
Yes, yes, definitely. We will take our
Right.
viewers for that level of demonstration wherein all the security points we were discussing on the screen will be
Right, and
taken.
viewers, it is a necessity, I would say. It is the need of the hour. WhatsApp is a messenger which we have been using day in, day out in our lives, and we actually depend on messengers like these. So, the safety and security of these messengers is a great concern to us. So,
So
in
I
this
hope my
webinar, we are
screen is
telling
shared.
you about the safety security of WhatsApp, and our expert would now show you the live demonstration of whatever she has explained till now. Yes, Mrs. Sangvi.
Yeah, I hope my screen is shared.
Yes, we can get your screen here.
Yeah. So in order to get into your WhatsApp account and to check for the security settings, first of all, you need to open your WhatsApp. And in this three dots, I would like to again repeat, this is my WhatsApp communication. On the top right corner, you can see an ellipse button. Just click on that ellipse button and you will find all these options wherein you need to look forward for settings. Once you click on settings, you will find your name, display picture, and now generally we all have an habit of putting up a best display picture so that our friends and family members will see. But here when I kept this profile picture, I wanted to make sure that my profile picture is not visible to anybody else except my family. Even we have information like our phone number, we have even the settings of what you are up to, whether you are for a movie or you have gone for a outing or anything, whatever you mentioned in the about, and your phone number. So these are the three important things which we are actually saving in our phone. Now let me show you who can see this. So let us go and check account. Once I go to account and privacy matters a lot. Now here it is written who can see my personal info. So if you see here, if you don't share your last scene, nobody will be able to see when you were online last. I think for kids, for students who are here with us, they should know this. Please don't keep your location on until and unless your parents want you to keep it on to track you. Otherwise, it's not safe to keep your location and last seen on. People could identify your behavior from this. So let us see how to check all these three. I was talking about my profile photo, so I'll just click on this profile photo option. And now here I have an option, everyone. So once I do it, everyone, that means even the unknown person who gets my number could get me onto WhatsApp and he or she can click on this uh, profile pic, enlarge it, and then download my profile pic. So that is how you should never keep it everyone. In case it is everyone today, please check your phone. Again, I'll repeat, you simply have to go to three dots on the top right corner and go to settings. After you go to settings, account privacy. Once you're in account privacy, please make your profile photo either only to my contacts or nobody. At times we want to set profile picture, but then you will ask me, ma'am, why nobody? If you say nobody, who is going to watch my profile picture? So at times we don't want people to see our profile pics. So it's okay. Just make it nobody. There will be no profile pic. If you want to make it only for your contacts, make it my contacts. So there are three options where you could set this profile photo visibility. That is everyone, my contacts, and nobody. Let's move to last scene. Now, last seen is something where people could come to know whether you were available. Like at times, we don't want in an education system, teachers are available 24 hours now online. Earlier, it was a restriction of school hours, office hours, where students could connect it to the teachers. But now, what happens actually is they see the last scene. If the teacher is available last scene before 2 3 minutes, immediately you get a message. And yeah, we have to be available. I agree to the fact, but then at times when we want that people don't watch our last scene, they don't track our status, you can make it nobody. When you make it last scene, nobody, even though you are on the WhatsApp late nights or maybe in the early morning you open WhatsApp, people will not be able to see your status. Yeah, one more thing I would like to mention here before I complete this sentence here. Last scene is visible if you are online and the other person is watching at the same time, watching and looking forward for you. Then that word online will come on his screen. It wouldn't be like the status will be there, but that will be an online. And immediately when you switch off the WhatsApp window, it will show nothing on the screen. So these are the important factors. Last scene could be to everyone. It depends whether you want everybody to know whether you are available or not. It depends whether you only want your contacts to see whether you are available or no one. So right now I've kept my contacts over there. Profile photo to my contacts and about. About is something where we are posting our phone numbers, or maybe suppose right now you've seen I've posted my designation that I'm National ICT awardee. So in that case, designation we don't want to post. At that time we can put it as nobody. So I generally put my about as nobody, but we can put it my contacts also. So now status. Status is very much important. Nowadays, we all have a habit of putting status. When we go outside, we put our pictures in the status. But next day, when you go for an online classroom, what you will observe over there is people will tell you, okay, you were there at Masuri, you were there at Goa, and people will ask interesting questions. Even nowadays, kids, students are on the same platform. So, do we want our students to tell you where you are, what you are doing, and all? No, we don't want that. So, at that time, you can click on My Contacts Except. As you can see, I've selected few unknown numbers. I've just selected randomly some unknown numbers to show you that I don't want this many people to watch whatever I'm doing, right? So I've selected them. You can select as many. Right now I'm not deselecting, otherwise all this 327 contacts which I've excluded will be able to see my status. So in the top right corner, there is an option where I could select all, and then I can, now everything is selected, and now I'm scrolling back. And for example, I don't want a particular person to see, suppose this a person I don't know, so I can select like this. So that's how, and click on the green tick mark at the bottom of the screen. That's how we select my contacts. Now, suppose by default everybody will have my contacts. Now, when you keep it my contacts and you keep that it's my birthday, it's my anniversary, or any such messages, all your students, those who are in your contact, will be able to see, and even the students, all your teachers will be able to see what you're doing. So the next day, if you're saying I'm a fever, I'm not going to attend the class, teacher will immediately tell you that yesterday I've seen you here. So be aware of that. So that's how goes my contact, my contacts accept, and there we go with my contacts only share with. At times you want to share only, for example, principal ma'am or the school leader wants to share some news in the status with only the school teachers. So at that time, just go to share status with, and for example, I wanted to share status with my daughter only. So I'll just quickly search for that contact and I'll select her name over here. Sorry. So there you go. I've selected only one contact and this. So now I have clicked on done. After this, whatever status I will select and I'll keep it on there, my daughter will only be able to see that particular status. So this is how your profile photo, last seen, about us, and status privacy settings goes in. Now let's say read receipt. It happens again over there that when you read a message, the blue colored tick comes in, the two ticks come in. When it is double tick, people will say, okay, I know you have seen my message. So you don't want people to know whether you have received read receipts, so you can keep it off. This is the setting. Again, I'm turning it on and I'm turning it off. This is the setting from where we can turn on and off read receipt. Now groups. Now, who can add me to groups? This is the one which I was talking about. You don't want people to add you to the online shopping groups or maybe to a cooking class group or some other groups which are not relevant to your topic. So what you can do is, who can add me to the groups is everyone is by default. I request it should not be everyone. It should be always my contacts. If my contacts, again, your friends and family members, those who are doing such online business may add you. So you can go my contacts, except, and if you know someone, suppose I don't want these four people to add me to any groups. So I can select this randomly four, five people and I will do done. So you can see now this eight contacts which I've selected here will not be able to add me in any groups. So this is how it goes. And live location, as I mentioned, until and unless necessary, do not keep it on. If you feel, ma'am, my phone is very much important, I want to keep the live location on so that if I miss my phone anywhere, sorry, I could locate it with the help of, yes, you can click on continue and you are sharing. Again, it will ask you. So the people, those who are saying that WhatsApp is not safe, I think WhatsApp always asks before we give the permission. We need to select whether we want to give the permission or not. Here my WhatsApp is asking me to access this device location. Allow only while using the app, deny, deny and don't ask. So I'll say allow only the location when you are using WhatsApp. So now my WhatsApp location live can be shared. The next one is blocked contact. I can block any contact. This is an unknown contact who messaged me, so I have blocked that contact. You can select that block and even you can unblock it. So you can even, suppose I want to block someone here. So as I was mentioning, let me find out a contact whom I know and the person is, suppose if the person is troubling, I have blocked that person. If I want to unblock by mistake, I have blocked, select that person and unblock. So these are some parameters which we can try. That is last seen, profile photo, about us, status, groups, who can add you to the group, live location, fingerprint lock, the most important one. Your phone is lying here and there in the online virtual environment. You are taking a class with your laptop. Your phone is lying next to you. Your phone has very important data like the question papers are there, assignments are there, worksheets are there. Please make sure that you put up a fingerprint confirmation so that even though the phone is lying, I have this particular fingerprint feature in my phone, and you can see I've done it. So now my phone or WhatsApp will update only after I enter my fingerprint. So let's try this out. I've already given my fingerprint after 1 minute, and let me close this all. Let me come back to the main screen, and okay, now I'm switching over to this WhatsApp, and I'll just close it once. So these are few of the settings I've shown you today. Let us just go here and close it once. And then from all this thing, I'm going to open that particular WhatsApp. Okay, because right now I'm not encrypted. One more thing I need to do is in this settings, there was one more option, encrypted. So I'll have to go to account and two-step verification. Please do this. This is very much important. Two-step verification will always add security, which will require a PIN when registering your phone number with WhatsApp again. For example, I lost my phone, I deactivated from that other device. The person will activate your account on another device. So when that person will try to activate your WhatsApp on another device and PIN identity like this, you can see the PIN. For example, I'll enter here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and done. And the confirm pin again I'll enter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and done. So you can say it will ask me for an email ID and I'll just put an email ID krupali@udgamschool.com and done. So this is how again it will ask me to confirm my email ID and there I enter my email ID. I think it's at one go. If you're not able to look at this, you can always have watch the recordings of the same, and that will definitely help you. Now I am back. You can see. So I've got out of my system, and you can see here it asks me a PIN. So any unknown person trying to access your WhatsApp, he or she cannot be able to do it once you've done this two-step verification PIN. It's only for periodically doing it when you are switching over device. It's not for all the devices. Only possible when you are switching over the device. So now let's enter some pin, which we have entered one, two, sorry, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now my WhatsApp is opened. So the everything, this magic of the entire encryption part goes in the settings. Settings account, you have done privacy, we have done security, and always make sure your security notifications are on. When you turn this notifications on, your security code, if somebody is trying to change, somebody is going to hack your phone, you will get a notification. So please keep the security settings on. If you want to keep your data, two-step verification I've already shown you. Now I want to disable it at any time. I can just click on disable and disable it. I think that was very helpful to us. I always set two-step verification before and yes, at the end, I don't want a WhatsApp account. Recently, there was a wave when people were leaving WhatsApp and switching over to the other platforms. So at that time, you can even click on request account info. Your entire request report will be sent to WhatsApp and they will download your report and will share you as a link. This is how your WhatsApp privacy security two-step verification change number request info works. Let us quickly switch over to the status. As you can see, I already had the set status. Now I'm going to add one more status. We have set the status as very quickly. Let me just type something that would be faster. Okay, so let's check. Let's see WhatsApp status visibility, right? WhatsApp status. We have already said that my daughter will only be status updates. Let's see. So I have right now currently have given one more status, this one. But if I see this, you can see viewed by 0. Can't see views because you disable receipts in settings, account privacy, as well as if you disable, then others won't be able to read it. The same way it applies to you also. You will not be able to see who has viewed it. It is two-way communication. आप किसी का message read नहीं कर पाओगे, कोई आपका message read receipt नहीं देख पाएगा. तो you need to change that settings. Plus, this status will only be seen on my daughter's phone, nobody else. Again, I'll repeat if you are not clear with this three dot status privacy, only share with and select the name where you want to share your contact with. This is how it goes. So if you are keeping it my contacts, done, and now the status visibility goes to everyone. But it won't go now because this is already set status. Uske baad you need to make a new status. Then it will be visible to everyone. So make sure that everybody checks forward all these settings which I've explained today. Account privacy, security two-step authentication, and yeah, most important of all, storage and data. As I mentioned, if you are on an encrypted mode and if you use this cloud to upload all your media, that is not safe. My entire data goes to Google Cloud, Google Drive, the account which I've linked with WhatsApp. So again, there is no safety with the data on Google Drive. Somebody may hack into my email ID password and get the access to the data. So it's very difficult to track your data if you are taking backup. So what I prefer is do not take the backup of the data until and unless you're there. Media auto download, this all features comes, it is not a part of data safety feature. But yes, if you want to save your data, you have to check whether I'm not having Wi-Fi. So I'm only using mobile data, only photos will be downloaded. Or when I'm using mobile data, I don't want anything to auto download. When you are connected to Wi-Fi, immediately select everything. So things will get downloaded. When you're roaming, I don't want anything to download. So this is comes in media auto download. Now let's have a quick check of what I was talking about. Uh, Chat's history. Here comes the part chat backup. Please do not take backup until and unless you have some important communication there. You do not take that communication backup in the drives. Then you will say WhatsApp is not secure. Actually, WhatsApp has given you a secured connection by two multi-factor authentication where you are sending your data to someone. Somebody is using that data and that is not even being read by WhatsApp. I'll confirm over there uh, that won't be even read by someone. But here if you can see backup. So if I click on backup, my phone will start giving the backup. So avoid taking it on clouds until unless it is required. So let the phone be on backup. Ma'am, any questions so far? Priti ma'am, do we have any queries to be taken forward?
You're not audible to me. What did you say, Mrs. Sangvi?
Yeah, do we have any queries coming in, ma'am?
No, not
Regarding.
yet. I guess you may proceed with your presentation itself.
Okay, so now this is another kind of WhatsApp I'm showing you. The
Yeah.
most important part I'm aware about is I do not use the same platform for my official communication and my business communication and my family conversations. You have seen earlier the WhatsApp which you were seeing was a communication of between friends and family members. So I'm using another set of WhatsApp here where I have WhatsApp for business, and let us see some WhatsApp for business statistics now. In WhatsApp for business, the settings are a little bit similar, but yeah, not at all. WhatsApp for business may be paid in future. Earlier, it was a wave, the all the wave which was going on, like people were talking about whether we should keep WhatsApp, whether it is encrypted or not, whether it will get connected to Facebook, how it will be safe. I would like to mention here that the earlier codes which were there to connect it to Facebook was for marketing business purpose. People are who are doing marketing business, they prefer business tools. And this business tool, if you see here in my WhatsApp business, here I can set up entire business profile. And once I set up my entire business profile, I can even have a catalog of my business. It's very useful for the ones who are into this WhatsApp business in the educational institution. The educational school leaders could create their WhatsApp for business. They should always have a catalog of their school over here, and you can see away messages when you are away from you all have already have this. I can even send away messages. If somebody tries to message me, automatic reply will go to that person that I'm away. So I think that's very helpful. The second one is greeting messages. When somebody joins you in a group or something, whenever somebody is added to your contact, automatically thank you for contacting Krupali Sangvi. Please let us know how we can help. You can even customize this message as per your business organization need. So I think this is very much important. And recipients. Again, this comes under safety purpose. Who receives your greeting message? When you are saying hello, Krupali, someone is writing up this message. Do I want everyone to get this message in my contact? Everyone not in the address book, or I want. Sorry, I'll just go here. Everyone except. I want this personal context should not receive this. So I can select here and click on done. So now everybody will receive except these three contexts. That is the meaning of this particular message. So let's go back. Let's discard this message. Quick replies. In business, in organization, in schools, in education, we people want quick replies. Some student is writing to you, and you have to be very quick in the reply. So whatever quick replies you want, you can frame it here. Like for example, thank you for your business. We look forward to connect you again. So thank you children for submitting the assignment. So I can just frame it as I'm a teacher. I can frame it like thank you student for timely submission for your timely submission. So as soon as the child submits your data, auto replies can be set like this. Okay, and then we can remove the part which we don't want. Let me remove this much. So thank you for your timely submission. This is the message which automatically go to my students. Okay, so scored well, something like this. As a teacher right now, I'm showing you, you can use it in another perspective. So now this is what has happened, and I will save the keyword as assignment. So if the children have saved an assignment, automatically the message will go, thank you for your timely submission. So I think that these are the few quick replies when we are taking a class and somebody calls up or some student messages up from the other sections, automatically you can just say slash code well and that message will go to the child. So I think this is a very important thing we should know. And even, yes, this is very important. I would like to share here. People want your WhatsApp contact numbers. So generally what we do is we share the phone numbers to them. So let us not share the phone number directly on a Facebook Messenger or on a social media platform. Instead, what you can do is you can just generate a link to your account. Now, this is my link. If I give this link to someone, the person, if suppose I click on this link and if I share this link to someone, that person will be able to join me with that link. Like suppose here again, I take up this contact and I am sharing this link to that contact. I'm just pasting this link and send. So now this person can connect me with that link. Again, I'll repeat WhatsApp. Okay, one more thing. WhatsApp web. Can you see this? Right now, my WhatsApp is activated on three devices. It was activated today at 3:58 p.m. on a Windows laptop. It was activated on February 9, 11:45 p.m. on again a Windows platform, and it was on Microsoft Edge. So right now it shows that my WhatsApp, the web WhatsApp version, is activated on three devices. So even though I'm at school, somebody else may join on my laptop, turn on my laptop, and may use this device and may misuse my WhatsApp. So the best idea is whenever you don't have to work for WhatsApp, just log out from all devices and log out. This is how it goes. So now I have logged out. Next time I have to go for WhatsApp web. You can see this QR code feature comes in. I'll have to scan the QR code and again I can go for the WhatsApp web version. So this was some of the business tools we were talking about in WhatsApp for Business, sharing the link or QR code. Directly add WhatsApp to your Facebook account. This is what Facebook was talking about. Linking your WhatsApp to Facebook means linking your WhatsApp to your business page on Facebook. That was the idea all about, where they wanted you to add WhatsApp to your page. So somebody pings you on a Facebook Messenger from outside India, he will automatically get your number and he can directly contact you through WhatsApp. So it was again given on a customer's choice whether we want to link or not. As you can see right now, it is asking me whether I want to add my Facebook and Insta to this or not. But I haven't preferred it, so it's not linked, right? So rest assured, it's not going to take away your data until unless you have secure connection. Let's go to the settings part. Again here, account privacy. The same settings goes in WhatsApp. There's not nothing new over here. If you go for the security settings, the same settings again in WhatsApp Business. Two-step verification is again similar with the simple WhatsApp. Change number, yes. Here what happens is you can change your number and automatically all your info of your account and group settings will be migrated. And that's it. So I think WhatsApp for Business and WhatsApp have similar notification. Anything else if I might have missed from the presentation? Let me just as I said, yes, share your document. I would like to show that. Suppose I want to share a document with this child. For a student, you want to share a document, just go to the pin icon. Please prefer document. Select the preferred document and I want to share this profile. Send. Now I have shared my profile with this person and I go to three dots. I go to more and to make sure that this particular profile, this conversation is a just a minute. Media links and docs. So we need to make sure that this conversation, whatever is there, is a encrypted conversation. Then only you should share file. Otherwise, suppose this file which I've shared to this girl will be shared across. Somebody could forward it, somebody could misuse it. So it's better not to share your documents in this form. Either what you can do is you can upload this particular document on a OneDrive, create a password link, and then share it to someone. So these are some of the steps, security steps, which I mentioned over there. Build your profile picture for unknown contact, log out from WhatsApp in web version, which I did now. Watch your words in WhatsApp call, keep security notification we have done. We have encrypted a document before sharing. Suppose this is my document and now I can, while I'm saving it, I can put up a password and then I can share the particular document with someone. So I think this will definitely help you to set privacy settings, last seen status, location, and make sure that nobody gets into the particularly nobody gets into your WhatsApp or secure system until unless they enter the password pin or your fingerprint. So that's what was from my end regarding WhatsApp security, ma'am.
So these were the measures we have to take in terms of using WhatsApp, and safety and security of WhatsApp was discussed here. Ms. Sangvi, there is one message which flashes, whenever we are messaging anyone, which says end-to-end encrypted, that this particular conversation is end-to-end encrypted. So what does that basically mean, and is it really safe, or do we really require a kind of barcode to scan or to keep that conversation closed? If you could just explain something about it?
Yeah, sure. WhatsApp end-to-end encryption we are talking about is used when we are messaging someone through a WhatsApp messenger. As I mentioned that I was just sharing a file or a document to my daughter and I haven't encrypted it. When I don't encrypt, end-to-end encryption between my number and her number was not established. So what happens over there is the data may pass to a third-party server, and from that third-party server or client, it reaches to her. So there is a chance that the data which is passing from my smartphone to her smartphone via WhatsApp Messenger may go to our website and then it is being loaded there. But when you enable this end-to-end encryption, so the other person, in fact, I mentioned that very clearly that WhatsApp even cannot see what is happening if you are encrypting that. So that's very helpful, and all of you must make sure that when you're chatting, and nowadays you might be seeing that encryption code. It comes up at the top. It shows that you have an encryption established between this person's number and all. So make sure that your all the conversations, not only the transcription of files and folders, but all your privacy settings should be on an encrypted mode, even the chat.
Okay, so that's about the encryption, end-to-end encryption indeed.
Yes,
And
yes, and it can be generated. This end-to-end encryption could be developed with the help of the QR code.
yeah,
In on the
QR code as well. That is what I was trying to ask you. So
yeah,
once we scan that QR code from one handset to the other
another
handset,
handset.
so
Yes,
that way
there is a connect
it is
established.
encrypted.
There is a connect established between those two devices. And now, if a file is being transferred with one device to the other device, which was already scanned via QR code, or there is a 60-digit number. If you're not, like, if you are here and the person is somewhere out in India, somewhere at the different place, there's a 60-digit number which could be entered as an encryption for an encrypted chat.
Right.
So I think that can also help the user.
Ms. Sangvi, WhatsApp is one such messenger which is like used by majority of people globally. So we are almost in the last minutes of today's webinar. If you could give some sort of tips to our viewers.
In terms of global communications via WhatsApp.
Yeah, in terms of using WhatsApp casually or occasionally, or in
Right.
routine, day-to-day routine also, we are dependent on WhatsApp and messengers like these. So if you
Yeah,
could
exactly.
just tell some tips about using these messengers.
Yeah, surely. As I mentioned there, first of all, we need to make sure whether we have added everybody in the WhatsApp context. Yes, obviously the helpers are added in our WhatsApp context, because every now and then we need to call up, maybe if I'm talking about a driver, or maybe if I'm talking about the person who is delivering milk or food products, or nowadays people are saving the Swiggy person's number. And so many contexts are there in your phone. So make sure that the settings which I've asked, last seen settings, profile photo settings, even you need to make sure that when you're posting a status, to whom are you reflecting your status? I give an example that if the student or the teacher is going for, like nowadays, we all have the context saved. The students have the context saved of the teachers, and even teachers have saved all the contacts of the children. So what happens is, if you do not restrict your status privacy, your personal life and your professional life will not be separate. So I request everyone, because there is a mark between the connection, a mark of respect between an educator and a student, that should be balanced with the help of technology. We cannot blame technology that I've added students to my group, and now students are getting to know what I'm doing every day, every night. So please just make sure that you do all the setups which are required in your phone. Your status privacy only for your family members, not for your students. You can even select it whatever you want. The data when you're passing, it should be on an encrypted mode, and stay safe using such communication media, which helps you to bridge the divided, I think, gap. A global communication gap is being divided with this media.
So these were the certain things we have to keep in mind, viewers, while using these messengers. Mrs. Sangvi, I really thank you for joining us today. It was indeed a learning for all of us, and it was useful for all the viewers who are watching us, as not just the students or teachers, educators, but all the community is involved in such messengers, as we are surrounded by gadgets and we depend on them basically. So it was indeed wonderful to have you today for this webinar, and we really thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much. I'm thankful to CIT and CRT team for giving me this opportunity to be here and talk to all the educators, students, and the community in our country. And hopefully you will have safe communications with WhatsApp. Thank you so much.
And we are sure that you will be giving your support further also to enhance our sessions and webinars.
Sure.
And viewers remain connected to PME Vidya, because in next session we will be discussing about guidance and counseling of our youngsters and adolescents. So we are coming back in just in a short while. Thank you.